On a cold winter night in 2018, in a quiet town in northern Minnesota, a woman named Emily Carter made a phone call that would confuse investigators for months. It wasn't a long call. It wasn't dramatic. It was a voicemail. And at first, it sounded completely normal. Emily was 29 years old. She worked at a local insurance office. She paid her bills on time. She followed routines. No criminal record. No dangerous lifestyle. No known enemies. She lived alone. In a small second-floor apartment. Near downtown. And according to her family, Emily was careful. Almost too careful. That night, Emily didn't show up for work the next morning. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Her car was still parked outside her apartment building. Lights were on inside. But Emily was missing. Police arrived later that afternoon. There were no broken windows. No forced entry. No signs of a struggle. The apartment looked normal. Almost staged. Then they noticed something strange. Emily's phone was sitting on the kitchen counter. Unlocked. Still charged. As if she had just set it down and walked away. That detail bothered investigators. Because people don't leave their phones behind. Not voluntarily. Later that evening, Emily's sister checked her voicemail and found a message that Emily had sent just minutes before she vanished. At first listen, the voicemail seemed harmless. Emily sounded calm. She said she was tired. She said she'd call back tomorrow. Nothing unusual. But as detectives listened again, they noticed something else. A sound in the background. Very faint. Almost hidden. A rhythmic noise. Tap, tap, tap. Investigators assumed it was just background noise. A radiator. A heating pipe. A clock. The voicemail was archived. And the investigation moved on. Days passed. Then weeks. Searches turned up nothing. No witnesses came forward. Emily's case began to fade from the news. Until 3 months later, a detective named Mark Jensen asked to review the voicemail again. Not casually. Carefully. He put on headphones. He sat alone. In a quiet room. And he listened. Over. And over. And over again. This time, he noticed something different. The tapping wasn't random. It had a rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. Pause. Tap, tap. Pause. Tap, tap, tap. Mark froze. Because he recognized the pattern. It was Morse code. Detectives slowed the audio. Cleaned it up. Isolated the sound. And translated it. What it spelled out sent chills through the room. 3 words. He is here. Emily hadn't left a normal voicemail. She had left a warning. A message hidden in plain sound. A message meant for someone else. Without alerting the person near her. Investigators reviewed security footage from Emily's apartment building. And that's when they saw him. A man entering the building. Shortly before the voicemail was sent. Someone Emily knew. Her upstairs neighbor. He had been seen talking to Emily before. Friendly. Quiet. Unremarkable. The kind of person no one ever suspects. Police brought him in for questioning. At first, he denied everything. He said he barely knew Emily. Said he was home alone that night. Then detectives played the voicemail. They explained the tapping. They explained the code. The man went silent. His face changed. His hands began to shake. After a long pause, he whispered, "I didn't know. She was that smart." Emily had been killed. Within minutes of sending that voicemail. Her body was later found hidden in a rented storage unit, several miles away. In court, that voicemail became the most important evidence. A message sent when Emily knew she wouldn't survive. Today, that recording still exists, and detectives say it's one of the most unsettling pieces of audio they've ever heard. Because on the surface, it sounds ordinary, but hidden inside is a woman calmly saying goodbye, while secretly telling the truth. Sometimes, the most important messages aren't spoken out loud, they're hidden between the sounds. If you enjoy stories like this, consider subscribing.